Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Tyler Perry episode. Vine Panther presents. Today we shall be discussing The Oval, an actually good episode as we talk about season 4, episode 15. Dare I say, the best episode of the series. I'm very, very, very impressed with this. Shut up, David. Shut up. Okay, I had to shut myself up. It gets weird. I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, Stacy, my friend, please. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to start?
Tyler Perry has it in for Sam. I don't know if he's mad at the actor or just the character, because he shitted on him every episode so far. And it keeps getting worse and worse. But that ass kicking was
It was nice. I gotta say, I swear this is, again, the best episode of this series so far, and that's a lot of episodes. This fight in particular, it actually looked like someone who knows anything about television and like production got involved. Like he said, like Tyler Perry actually brought in someone else to choreograph this fight because it looked like a legit fight between two like stunt doubles or whatever, like or like they actually did something. Hello, Richard. Hello, Spill the Tea. But Sam, I also loved how it looked like Kevin Hart was getting in the fight with like The Rock.
Kevin Hart.
Because they're about that small. I think Sam and Kevin Hart are probably about the same size. This episode was full of shit. No, Tyler Perry in general is full of shit. I would say this episode was any more shittier. I mean, I cannot go with that. But I give credit where credit's due. I say this was a good fight. And I thought it was real disrespectful that Bobby would whoop Sam's ass and then kiss Priscilla on the forehead as Sam is on the ground bleeding and shit, and then he just gets in his truck and drives away. But that's real.
But at least he had enough respect not to actually screw her. So there's it.
And it's funny you should bring that up because when I first watched this episode, I was medicated and I fell asleep, right? So I didn't realize that why he didn't have sex with her. Like I was like, man, Bobby's a piece of shit. Like he went back to Priscilla's house, gonna give her dick down. That's not okay. And then I watched it again and I was like, oh, never mind. Like he actually said, I can't. Like this is not okay. But let's look. This is actually good writing. Like Tyler Perry put like somebody else must have wrote this shit because there's no way Tyler Perry wrote this because this character actually said, one, I don't want to disrespect Sam to an extent, but mostly he said, I don't want to put my heart in a situation where a woman is going to not leave her husband because he just got out of that. Like, that's what he said. He's like, you're just mad right now. And once you get over this shit, you're going back to your husband, just like Lily, like left him, went back to Richard technically and that sort of thing. So Bobby was actually trying to protect his own heart and was like, I don't want to get involved in this.
True.
And then everything was fine until Priscilla saw Sam drive up and was like, I'm going to give Bobby a hand job and get him worked up. So he could go, like, that's what she was doing.
Just like ripped her dress up and be like, yeah.
You want some of this? Go whoop my husband's ass. She was like, hey, Bobby, what you doing? You looking kind of hard down there. Are you upset? Are you going to let my husband talk shit to you? Go ahead and fight him. I was like, this lousy bitch. Like, she was trifling as fuck, man. I know she's upset by the whole Victoria thing, but she was trifling as fuck at this moment. Like I was nah.
The woman scorned.
I'm like, that's not, divorce this dude and move the fuck on. But like to sit there and stoke another man up who's at least twice the size of your little ass husband and then be like, fight him. And dumbass Sam is like, I'm going. I don't know if it like.
I was like, oh God, this is not going to end well.
He's supposedly he's a veteran of the Gulf War. He is a senior Secret Service agent. In fact, despite the fact that Tyler Perry forgot, I guess, He's technically Bobby's boss. He should be Bobby's boss if Bobby was an actual Secret Service agent, but he's not. He's actually ex-CIA who had to sneak into the White House in season 3. And just happened to put on a Secret Service uniform, but now all of a sudden he's Secret Service. I don't get that shit. But so I was like, what? I always felt like, well, Sam, I am sick. I'm sorry, guys. I am sick. I'm good. That's why we Zoom. So Stacey is not exposed to my germs.
Lysol.
I was like, do something. Put it all over the screen because I'm not feeling good right now. No. You should have heard me on Monday. I was straight shit. Like if we were recording, I'd be like, No, but go ahead, Stacey. I just went to sleep with NyQuil all over my face. Anyway, what I'm saying is, yeah, I was like, I almost felt like Bobby should have pissed on him or something. Like, why he's on the ground, just like laying there, like,
he could have just shot him.
Just like, all right,
shot him in the kneecaps.
Oh, that would be bad. So you talk about Sam being an asshole. The scene behind me right there, where Sam is yelling at Richard. Remember when he was on the rampage and beat up Richard? So Sam has had his moments. Well, he said
it was his wound that had him incapacitated. Plus, he was almost poisoned like 2, 3, 4, 5 episodes ago. So he's weak. He ain't had his adrenaline or his testosterone shots.
That's another thing. I would have absolutely loved, is after that first hit, if Sam would have whipped out that second adrenaline shot that David gave him and would have shot himself up and would be like, Rawr! And went like Bane and like ran up and whooped fucking Bobby's ass. That's the only thing that would have made this even better. If he would just like, what the fuck? He's like, adrenaline. And then like he just whooped his ass. And Bobby's like, oh God, he's on adrenaline. I can't beat him now. And then that would have been hilarious.
I was halfway expecting Richard to like come out the bushes and be like, walk, leave my friend alone.
Oh no. Again, Sam whooped Richard's ass.
He was too busy with his ditzy wife.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that. Equalizer's coming because he's going to the Raku camp and he ain't coming back until his blood. Anyway, so it was crazy. Anyway, I was and then Priscilla's still talking shit. She was like, "Are you okay, man? You got your ass whooped though, didn't you? Though, how you feel about that?" I swore Priscilla's panties were wet after Bobby got done and got in that big ass truck and drove off. I could feel her being like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I gotta go change my pants now because I seen a real man whoop my husband's ass." Sam needs to get a divorce tonight. Like after you get up from going back to the hospital, you got shot, had surgery, got out of the shot, man, surgery.
And don't forget the poison either.
He got poisoned.
Metal. I can taste the metal.
He got poisoned in the hospital. Thank you. Then just got your ass whooped. After you get through all this, you find a lawyer to divorce Priscilla. You do not go back. You cannot come back from this. You cannot. Your marriage is over because she does not respect you in any way, shape, or form. You can't respect yourself. Like I couldn't look myself in the mirror if I got my ass whooped like that in front of my wife. We get divorced. I'm like, I'm sorry, Terry, we gone. Because I saw you give a man a hand job and you encouraged him to whoop my ass. And he did whoop my ass in my neighborhood. I'm moving out right now. I'm not even coming back home. I'm starting a new life, changing my name. I don't even live there anymore. Got to. That's the only thing you can do. Respect yourself at that point. Or murder.
Almost as bad as that movie we watched where the husband like got scared and ran off and left his wife to defend him.
Remember?
With the intruder.
Remember? Oh, yeah.
Like, Stacey, you can't come back from that, Brady.
You can't come back from that.
Your shit to go.
That shit was hilarious, man. That shit, I love that movie. Oh man, I really of all the B movies we watched, I was like, that shit was actually had some potential. Priscilla wanted that chocolate Secret Service penis from Bobby Bottom. He was Big Bobby in this one. He was Big Bobby. He earned the big title. Priscilla said that fight turned her on. She has issues. Yeah, you could tell. You could tell she was definitely moist. Priscilla is getting payback ×7. She's going too far though. I'm saying just move the fuck on. Like you gonna do all this. Sam needs to move on. Sam and Bobby should have whipped out that penis. For what? Then Sam really would have been disappointed and be like, I'm sorry. That's what, if this was BT Plus, Priscilla would have been like, just pull it out. Let me get the ruler and figure it out, and just hold her hands and be like, okay, guys, Bobby wins. Like, all right. And been over. Bobby needs to join the Raku, and Richard and is a karate master. Oh, we're gonna get to that because I feel like that's gonna become. But yeah, the fight was made this one of the best episodes. I gotta say. Sorry, I just joined in. Hello. I'm not sure if you already talked about this, but I'm so lost with Nancy. She saw Tally blow her brains out in the dinner room that she's actually eating in right now, and she thinks the Raku are good people. So, I love your last name, if I may say that. As David Davis. Are we related? Just put that in the chat because I don't know. There's a lot of Davises out there. So the reason why Nancy said that is because she's on that shit. Like, we have to assume that in the 8 hours or less than it took her to drive to the camp, get pistol whipped, got pulled into the Raku camp, met the highest and Sister Elder Mother Cleo, and ate the food. That's why she's wearing the Raku gear. And now she's back at her house. So
and she hung out with Ruth and the granddaughter.
That's what she says. That could have been the drugs talking, because we know that the last time we saw Ruth in this version, she said, and then she left and never came back. But Richard does remind everyone that, yes, they found Barry in his drawers on that same dinner table. Everything happens in the dinner table room, basically.
Self-silverware.
They actually had silverware this time. I was clocking. I was like, that's because Miss Cleo was there.
I hate you because you said this, and I was like, no, David. Miss Cleo and Nancy having a cook-off or whatever, a battle of the kitchen food, and here we go. I was like, oh,
that would have been wow. Like, if both of them would have been in the kitchen, and the highest is like, Elder Mother and our new mother, Miss Nancy, please make my favorite meal. And both of them were in the cookies, like just laying it out in the kitchen. That would have been the scene. But to your point, the only thing that they mentioned was the fact that Barry was laid out in his underwear on that kitchen table. They did not mention that the Raku broke into the house and stole the granddaughter in the first place from Nancy in that house. Then Tally blew her brains out. What's up?
Okay, I'm thinking about Ruthless, because in Ruthless, something different happened. Okay, never mind.
Yes, right. So they broke in and they stole what's that little girl's name? Anyway, the daughter got kidnapped by the Raku one time. Tally blew her brains out the second time. Barry got laid out in his underwear third time. Somewhere between there, Barry got robbed by a Raku woman. That's 4 times they've been into their house and into their lives. So there's a lot of things Richard should have been like.
Well, they killed Barry, so at some point they snuck back in, stole him, and went and murdered him. Because he went to sleep and ended up at Kareem's house.
So now this is where if Tyler Perry had any type of sense, they would have said that fucking Kareem and Anton were again the drug fronts for the Raku. So therefore the Raku knows fucking Kareem, knows where he lives, knows that Barry's the one that drove a fucking truck through their drug operation. And maybe that's why they killed Barry. And maybe Kareem said he didn't want to sell drugs for them anymore. So that's why they put his dead body in Kareem's house. Like, he could tie this together. That would make some type of sense. But none of that is going to be anything. What happened to those?
I was wondering, why would they put Barry's body at Kareem's house?
How did they get Kareem in the first place? How did they get Barry in the first place? Let's just get back to that basic shit. Because he, like you said, he went upstairs and took a nap while the president was downstairs trying to seduce his girl.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, bitchtopia. Excuse me. Which came back. Okay, I got sneeze down for a second. I'm sick, man. Shit. I'm too dedicated. Oh, shit. All right. Anyway, let me ask you a question. What were those 4 random ass mute women that were standing around Nancy when they just walked off into the kitchen, never to be seen again? What? Why were they even there? They just walked. I was like, oh, they're waiting in the van or some shit. They didn't even come to dinner. So I asked again, where the fuck were those random ass ladies? It don't make any sense. I'll give you another one. The highest, standing next to Daikon, says, my third eye tells me Richard wants to say something to me. So Daikon leaves the room. Then the highest moves closer to Richard. Then they fade to black. He said nothing to him. It wasn't until they're all having dinner that he goes, this mean mug that you see right here. Look here, damn it. What did you do to my family? I was like, what did you say to him in the kitchen? I was like, the muted ladies made no damn sense, bro. I'm like, what are we doing? Why are we doing it? We got Sam cheated with Victoria. She consistently threw it up in Priscilla's face. And now Priscilla is jerking Bobby. And Bobby beat him up, Sam. Which one is worse? Again, Sam never threw it in Priscilla's face. Like, that's Victoria, really. Like, if Priscilla wanted to get back at Victoria, then she would technically try to sleep with somebody that Victoria cares about, which is Sam, which is what she kept on trying to do, or the vice president, which goes back and forth, which nobody even knows about. So that's really more Victoria trying to keep on bringing it up. Nancy and Marva should have had a Raku cook-off for Tyrone. Why did Richard not ask his wife the very basic question, even when they were alone? What the fuck are you wearing? Like, why are you looking like a prince disciple? I'm confused right now. Never gets asked. He did not eat the food. So I like that. I like Tyler Perry was like, because the food has the drugs in it. It has to be. So I'm like that. Richard was like, I'm not eating this shit. You know, I did not even tell the difference between drugged up Nancy and regular Nancy.
Stop it.
I did not. She sounded just as simple. At least this time she knows how to bring in silverware. Think about it. You know what she learned from the Raku? Silverware. Damn it. 2 points for you, Raku. You finally taught this simple woman how to bring in some fucking silverware. It's not that hard. But it took conditioning. It took the Raku. They were like, silverware. Anyway, I'm sorry. Is your family from Indiana? Maybe. No, I'm just kidding. No, my family's from I don't know where they're from actually. Arkansas. My dad's family's from Arkansas, and my mom's family's from Texas somewhere. I don't know. Central Texas. Dave's just a popular name. And I appreciate you joining us. Richard can be security in the Raku, and Nancy's the new cook. Richard about to put out them equalizer skills now that the highest has bragged about killing his son.
Yeah, and threatening to take his butthole.
Thank you, Stacy. I said I wasn't going to do this, but damn it. Now I got to do it. I'm going to give you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you a quick list of of all this, just a few shows that Stacy and I watch, how many times Tyler Perry has threatened to fuck a black man in the ass. Let's start with the have and have nots, shall we? Okay. So what was the gay son's name?
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey was almost raped by his white cop boyfriend, who also did rape the black bartender off camera. Twice. That's 2 right? Then you got.
Did he have a history of like raping like people he arrested?
He did, but the 2 ones we saw were both black. Just saying. Sure. Then you got the highest, who had raped William, black, River, black. That's 4. Okay. Andrew 5. Okay. Then you got this show, where Richard was threatened with ass raping, basically. That's what the highest said. He's, I will drug you and you worship me. We know what that means. He's gonna seed Richard. He threatened to seed Richard at some point.
And you didn't watch, but if loving you is wrong, there were several threatenings of rape on that show by men.
Tyler Perry,
Black men. Mm-hmm.
Tyler Perry keeps on doing this shit. Then you got out All the Queen's Men, where a stripper was ass raped, black man, by a white man. Then
don't forget
Amp.
No, well, that one too. But when Madam brought the guy in for the pastor, remember the little cop lady, her husband, they kidnapped him, put him in the basement, and then they brought in like a transgender.
Oh, that's right. That's right. This is Tyler Perry shit. Like that's his thing. But hopefully you won't Amp. Yeah, he always got bent over too. Tyler Perry keeps on doing this shit. It's not a coincidence, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying. Anyway, Richard got threatened with the ass raping. So Richard's about to put the gloves on. It's gonna get real bad. Also, he says, I work at the White House. Oh, damn it. I did it again. I gotta stop hitting this camera for some reason. Uh-oh. Am I even coming back? Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me get this right. Uh-oh. I'm sorry. Technical difficulties. I don't know where my camera's at.
He said bye.
I said bye. I can't take this shit no more. You know, I said I'm done with y'all. All right. So let me there. Uh-oh. That's real bad. Hold on. Let me go back to my there you go. Do that. And I'm gonna do this. Oh crap. Oh no, I'm gonna get what? Uh-oh. No, seriously. I don't know what happened. Oh. I just need a camera to work. There you go. Fuck. Oh, this is getting on my nerves. Stacey, do it without me. It's fine. I can't record without it. Anyway, fuck these people. All right. So what also happened after the situation with Richard and them, then we can get on to Kareem and Anton and their efforts to hide the body, which they've made no effort actually towards and getting rid of this body. And they finally bring up a cleaners. Now they've identified cleaners, much like all the Queen's Men. Because Anton has those kind of connections somehow.
Shouldn't the neighbors be calling about a smell or something?
Tyler Perry doesn't know much, I guess, about how bodies work because it shouldn't be that fast. Like, actually, we don't know how long Barry's body's been there, actually. We don't know when he got murdered.
But Kareem said it was stinking up his house, so, and he's in an apartment. It's not like he's in a house.
True, but you also got to remember real life Jeffrey Dahmer, who had mad.
Yeah, because those people were idiots and they smelled it, and many complained about it, and nothing was ever done. So it wasn't like they were just not smelling it.
David's Wi-Fi is in the punishment trailer. I'm sorry. I'm sick. My computer is sick. Look, man. I'm going. Hey, it's hard work, man. Shit. You think it's easy to do this shit? It's not. My nose is dripping. I got a lot of things happening. All right. I'm trying to give you the best show I can.
You got a virus. Your computer got a virus. Everything's just falling apart.
My computer took over my camera. She's doing this to me. I know she is. I'm her final exam.
My thesis study.
How to make Dave lose his mind. I was like, oh, he thinks his camera's broke. It's actually me. I was like, they should. I just like he's like Kareem pissing on himself. Like I can't chop up the body, man. I can't do this.
You know what he could have done? Call the cops. Hey, came home. Body's in my bed. I've been at work all night at the pharmacy, which has cameras, and you can study my phone. My phone was at work too. Plus, I had customers. The little crazy lady that I gave free drugs to, she can vouch. I was there all night.
So I don't know where this body came from, but it wasn't me. Also, Anton can just go, well, it sounds like a you problem, so I'm out of here. I don't know how this how did it become a we problem? No, this is a you problem, sir. I don't even understand that. Why is this even happening? And the tension is ratcheted up because Bitchtopia and fucking Dale magically show up because they need to talk to Kareem. Kareem looks like a gay lawyer. What does a gay lawyer look like?
What?
How do you? Look, Spill T. You gotta put that together because I'm confused right now.
I'm not even touching that one.
Please.
Bitchtopia said she met both Kareem and Barry at the strip club.
Was she still never named, for the record?
How long was she stripping? Because her and Kareem were together back in the day, right?
Yeah.
At least before Barry. And I'm assuming, I'm not sure if it was before the kid or after the kid. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
You were in a relationship with this dude. You met him and you were still stripping and you met Barry. But according to a few episodes, she only stripped for a short amount of time.
She said that in this episode.
But you met two boyfriends in a short amount of time in one spot?
Tyler Perry.
Compute.
Tyler Perry. And short is relative. She could have been like 5 years short. She could have been like I mean,
that is a long time. Especially in stripper years.
I'm saying so. I don't know. My friend went over 50 on 15. Yeah. It was only COVID that really made her stop. Actually, that's all. That's 20. She had a career, but Bitchtopia worked at the paint.
Well, I didn't know. She stripped for like 20 something years, and that's only because like her body couldn't take it no more. Like her feet were messed up, and she had all types of stuff going on. Because she was old.
Yeah. I mean, that's like I said, that's a lot of physical work. That's like
athleticism. Like
that's
depending on what you're doing, of course.
Of course.
But if she just ended up just popping her butt, then maybe not. But
this girl, she was doing the pole thing. I mean, she was like a performance. So, I mean, so it was like gymnastics. And I'm like, at 40, like I was like, that's hats off to you. I mean, it's extremely impressive. But Bitchtopia wasn't doing all that. And clearly she wasn't that good at it because she got two hood boyfriends out of it, and neither one of them could give her enough money to live on her own. So again, for Tyler Perry to continue to push this storyline doesn't make sense because you know how stupid that makes Sharon look? Yeah. Because now and then both her and Dale were like, I know how to make a man do something. I know how to make a man do something. You are both.
You never made a man get a job. Like you never made Barry get a job, get an apartment. Your ass was pregnant. Like
both of you are.
He already had a kid.
Both of you are homeless, trying to live at the house of your now dead boyfriend. And now you're visiting your other boyfriend who actually has a child who he's never seen. And you're trying to live with him. You don't even have health care. So you aren't good at nothing. Like, I mean, this is stupid.
And the only man that's worth a damn, she's like, no, I would never give it to the president. He's going to give me a house and a car and stocks and bonds and pay off my student loans. And like,
stupid.
It ain't no worse than what you got going on now, ma'am.
And now you're going to try to seduce this man into making a sex tape. That's their plan. Which, oh, by the way, that's never what they said. For the record, like when they pitched this, when Bobby and fucking Max pitched this undercover operation to her, they never said anything about a sex tape. But now all of a sudden it's turned to a sex tape. This doesn't make any kind of damn sense. She worked at. I would love for her to have worked at the paint. I would love for her to be Blue's ex-girlfriend, Troubles. If she turned out to be Trouble's ex-girlfriend from like back in the day, before she moved up to DC, and then Trouble pops up in the Oval looking for Bitchtopia, that would be hilarious. The rest of her stud crew that we saw trying to fight that white dude, they all fly up to DC and they miss Bitchtopia dancing for them. Hilarious. That's like I don't know. I was like, I don't know where this is going. Sharon was stripping with. That's what I'm saying. She needs to be stripping with Trouble. That would be an awesome sight. That would be. I mean, I'm like, I watch that. Let's have a triple crossover. You know how the show with double cross? I'm trying to figure out that would work. Let's work on that. Oh, the Oval. That's only 2 shows. What's the third?
Oh, Ruthless and
How do we get Ruthless in here? That's what I'm trying to put it together. Damn it. Sharon should wait in line for Bobby Bottom. He's always handing out dick to married women. That's true. That's true. At least Sharon is single.
Though.
Lily, Priscilla, and Sharon. Sharon can be next.
No, he's supposed to get with the second lady.
Oh, that's what you're thinking? Or that was what you saw in the preview?
No, remember those couple episodes ago? She was kind of like, "Oh, I need you to do this," and he was like, "Yes, ma'am." And we were like, and then it went nowhere.
Well, she actually did ask him to figure out what her husband is doing, but now that she figures out her husband is cheating with somebody, that never went anywhere. Hopefully, she gets more into that. Maybe she will be next on Bobby's dick list. Oh, you notice how bitch Topi referred to herself in the third person? I love it. Bitch Topi's gonna put it on them. Now all of a sudden we got third party, huh? Make sure you like the video as we go through this, even though I was off camera for a few minutes. Let's not get into that, all right? I did what I could with what I had. All right. I don't need this shit. Anyway, let's back it up. Let's back it up to the beginning. Let's get to Jason, Alonso, and Alan, because this was some silly shit.
First of all, why is his sofa so small?
I'm surprised he has something bigger than a one bed studio apartment.
That is true.
Because most Tyler Perry stages, one room. Like he actually has
since he was coupled, they gave him an extra room. If he was a single man, then he would have just had a room.
Yeah, probably. I'm working through this, guys. I'm working through this shit. I'm sorry. I know it's getting too real. I'm sorry about this. All right. That being said, Alonso said, hold on like 50 times. Hold on. Also, of all the characters on this show that Tyler Perry wants us to believe that's going to give Jason the benefit of the doubt, I cannot believe they picked these 2 men. Let's talk about Alonso. I went back to see what Jason has done to Alonso, and it's a lot. So in season 3, episode 1, when Alonso is introduced to Jason jacks off in front of him, then takes his covered hand and smacks Alonso in the face. Tells him to clean that up. Then this was so traumatic. Alonso goes to Sam and says, "I quit. I don't want to do this anymore." And Sam says, "Hey, that's your job. Shut the hell up." Fast forward to season 3, episode 6. Jason confesses voluntarily, just says, "Hey, by the way, I murdered Jean, I murdered my grandmother, and I murdered my father's mistress." That's 3 murders he confessed to. And in true Tyler Perry writing fashion, Alonso just goes, "Ha ha ha, silly boy." Somehow don't hear about any of this shit. Then Alan walked in on Jason trying to rape/murder his girlfriend Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, it's nasty. So I'm sorry. That's real bad. It's real bad, guys. I'm working through this shit. Oh God, I'm working through this. All right. Take care of yourselves. Don't be like me. Anyway, my point is, these are the wrong 2 characters to be like, we need to listen to this dude. No, both of y'all work together to put Jason in jail, deep in jail. He's a rapist and murderer.
They should have just shot him and disposed of him because everybody think he's dead anyway.
Also true. That being said, where's David, the tracker that's supposed to be looking for fucking Jason? And why hasn't Kyle or his new henchman caught up with Jason too? Because they're supposed to be looking for Jason too. I thought they were gonna have a showdown outside of Alan's room at this point.
Kyle too busy tracking down what's his face, Max, at the bar.
Did you notice that all 3 of them were dressed alike? Max, watch, go back and look. Max, Kyle, and the new henchman, all 3 of them were wearing black shirts with black leather looking like jackets. And Kyle and the new henchman look exactly alike. They almost had the same hairdo, almost had the same jacket, like Michael Jackson's like Thriller jacket, but like black and like these black shirts. I'm like, why the fuck are all y'all dressed alike? Like I was very confused on this. But it was real bad. That Jason Alonso Allen scene was entirely too long and led to nothing. That's pretty much Tyler Perry writing right there. Also, I want to say it was Alonso who said they're having a funeral for you tomorrow. No, they already had a funeral for him, and it was on TV. And
it doesn't remember anything.
We already did this. We already did this. And we said, why are you having a funeral and no one's there? Like, it was televised. Tyler Perry likes light-skinned men in suits. He just like light-skinned men, period. But yeah. You know what? I'm sorry. He likes just men's. Like, they have tendency to be light-skinned. I give you that. But they all, like, all of them look like River. Some version of River. Like Alonso, Allen, River, fucking like Jason, they all pretty much look alike. When he closes his eyes at night and he says, what kind of man do I want on top of me? That's what he sees. Maybe I'm going too far with that. Maybe I don't know. I'm just guessing. When the cop went to the doctor to open the door, Donald was right there by the door. Someone brought up a good point. How was Lily driving around looking for drugs or getting patched up when fucking Kyle stole her car and blew it up?
Well, they have more than one car.
Well, she had one car, so you would think that he would have been like, why are you taking my car? Because Kyle took that car.
And she took over.
We never got that worked out. Jason could be River's brother. That would be an awesome twist. If they wanted to tie the stuff together. Oh, also, I'm sending it to Stacy. I actually took an image of the last time we saw Jason in the bed right before Victoria tried to murder him, and you could see his face. Like in season 3, like he had a tube in his mouth, he had like a band across his head, but she was like leaning over in her son's face. There's no fucking way she did not look at this dude and go, that's my son. Like if he was bandaged because hitting the car like messed up his face so much, so be it. That's some standard like soap opera shit. But no, he was pretty visible. Show us the guy. Lamar versus Richard. Richard. I think Richard. I don't know. Richard had them skills. I don't know. Jason. I don't know. So I've been worried about that. But again, I don't know. So what do you think Richard's going to do when he when they get around to acknowledging that Barry's really dead in the show?
Him and Sam, dare I say, just go back up in the truck and ram through the gates and just start
I would love to see that, like a shootout right there. They take out a few dudes, but like somehow
the some grenades.
They need to take Richard back to, was that season 1? Was that season 1 when he went full equalizer? That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I would love to see that. Yeah, I don't know. I got we need to see where that goes. This Dole Donald thing, I don't give no fucks. Like clearly he's gonna take Lily home. Is like, stop trying to go to the hospital. Oh, again, after I woke up and I watched it again, I saw that Donald called Kyle to the hospital, I guess to take care of the cop or whatever. So I guess that's how that's gonna work out. Grip really must be dead. I keep on bringing it up because it's just stupid that they killed them off like that in a photo. Like they
They didn't want to pay to shoot him like on what do you call it, on the slab.
I guess not. Oh man, okay, I'm bad off. I can't do this anymore. So I'm really sick. Goddamn, I'm sorry. I gotta put a warning label on this video to be like, hey, If you got a bad stomach, don't watch this because you're gonna watch me fall apart, basically. Anything else?
No. Go to bed.
I need to admit, I'm sorry. Max crying in his beer. I don't know what he's crying about. I mean, he won the fight, and then he gets to fight him again. I don't know why he wants a rematch. That was some silly shit. Maybe he likes the idea of being.
I just want to film two men tussling on the ground.
He was about to. Max was like, "Don't you ever say you find me attractive?" Because Kyle was like about to say, "You know what, man? If you ask me," Max was like, "You better not say that shit. You're gonna find that just one time." Kyle and Max, just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. It was a cold night on a stakeout. They had to keep each other warm. Watch. You don't want to see. I don't want to see it. it. But Tyler Perry's gonna be like, it has to be something because Max got too mad about it. He got too. It got too personal for him on that level. I'm just saying. I would not put anything. Richard's daddy is going to be in season 5.
Please don't.
Oh yeah, this has nothing to do with anything. But the Double Cross is coming back next month, so we got season 4 coming. Yes, I was like, when I think bad, I say at least it's not Double Cross. I was like, damn it, I can't. No, truly, the worst Tyler Perry episode is better produced than Double Cross. I gotta be real. I gotta be real on that. No, it's that bad. It's that bad. But it's still more entertaining.
It's more entertaining. And it's only 30 minutes.
Yeah, I know, right? Kyle and Daikon be desperate for penis. They should hook up. Daikon is a one penis man. I mean, he does love the highest. I gotta give him that. Like he really is like focused on him. I can't resist. Kyle, he just gets it wherever he can take it. Even though he does love Donald, I mean, in some way. You know what I'm saying? But he's pretty Daikon is pretty focused, actually. Also, I did like how they were consistent, at least Daikon and Miss Cleo were consistent in their interpretations of each other in both shows. The highest, his hair, though, was a lot shorter. Like he went back to like season 1 day. Like that was a very conservative hairdo. Eric is going to be doing a lot of coming. What? What?
What is Eric?
I get talking about I don't know. Okay, I'm really about to lose it. Okay, guys, thank you guys very much for watching. Things are gonna let me go. I'm sorry. I'll see y'all tomorrow for something.
Right.